Yes, people, welcome back to another episode of Transfers with Ash, and the last episode before the season itself starts. The season starts this week, Friday night kickoff, Liverpool against Bournemouth, and then on Sunday we're away at United. Yes, the window itself closes towards the end of the month, I believe the 1st of September, quote me if I'm wrong. But yeah, this is it. This is the final run-in until the season starts. The pre-season's over. We finished with a good convincing win against Bilbao. We'll talk about that more later. But we still got business to do. Incomings, outgoings, we've got lots to do and we need to get it done fast because the clock is ticking. So yeah, let's start off with the transfers. We'll start with the outgoings first. Jakub Kiwior, he is sought after by quite a few clubs, I think mainly in Italy. But I think we're quoting a price of around about 30 to 40 million. And you know them Italian clubs always acting like they're broke, so I don't think any of them will actually meet that. And ultimately, we want to keep him. He's a very, very, very good backup option to have. Obviously, for his own career, he's going to want to be playing week in, week out. So it's understandable if he does want to seek a move, but we have to stand firm with our valuation. And ultimately, we want to keep him. So yeah, not too sure what's going to happen with that. There's nothing concrete at the moment, but yeah, that is one to watch. Moving on to the midfield area, we've got Sambi Lokonga is still an Arsenal player. There are clubs that are in for him. I think this one will happen, but it will probably be a low fee because we're just poor at selling, and his value hasn't really increased since he's been at the Arsenal. I don't think we signed him for much. It must have been around about the 10-15 million mark. So yeah, I think that's one that will happen. But again, like with Kiwior, there's nothing concrete going on with that. Fabio Vieira is the main one at the moment. Stuttgart heavily interested in him, trying to strike a deal for him. I first understood that we were trying to recoup as much as we paid for him, which was around about the 30-35 million pound mark. But then I've heard reports that we're looking at a deal for about 20 million. I don't know. That is rubbish though to me. We can't be selling him for 20 million. He's got all the talent in the world. He's such a talented footballer. He's just not physically capable in the Premier League, in my opinion, and doesn't really suit our game either. So yeah, I think he will definitely move on, but it will be interesting to see if we actually sell well, because this is actually an opportunity for us to recoup some valuable money and be able to reinvest that into the squad. The other one is Reece Nelson, who is assured to leave this summer. I believe Fulham are still in talks with us. I think they might want a loan, but we want a permanent deal to be done. So yeah, I'm sure that one will get done, whether it's a loan with an option or a loan with obligation to buy. But again, no concrete reports of recent. And that's about it for outgoings at the moment. But like I said, anything can happen. The transfer window still ends in a couple of weeks, so we'll see what happens with that. On to the incomings. All it is really now is Eze and a left winger. The Eze deal, I believe, will happen. It's about where. Sorry, not where, but when. I think Palace obviously want to sort a replacement before losing him. We want to obviously recoup some funds from sales of players, but I think this will happen regardless, to be honest with you. It's just about, like I said, about when. So we'll see what happens this week. I think some concrete news might come out now that the Community Shield is done. Well done to Palace for winning that, of course. But yeah, I know that Eze definitely wants to move. Personal terms are pretty much agreed, so it's just a case of agreeing to deal with Palace. There have been some reports that we have, or we're close to agreeing a deal with them. I don't know how true, nothing concrete from the likes of David Ornstein or Fabrizio. So we'll wait to hear a bit more, but that's one that I think will happen. And then the left wing position, which I've been banging on about all summer, is it's still up in the air. There were reports last week that we made a loan with obligation to buy deal for Rodrigo. Not from the top reporters, but there were quite a few reports about that. So I don't know what's happening with that. There are also reports that we're still talking to Leao. There's now reports that we're in for Malik Fofana from Lyon. So yeah, you can tell we're still actively looking for this left wing and seeing if we can get that over the line alongside an Eze. So yeah, I've always said that left wing is an absolute necessity. It's a must. We've seen Martinelli play there for quite a few years. He's kind of stagnated, unfortunately. Trossard has been a useful addition to the squad, but he's a squad player in my opinion, and we need star quality there. And we've obviously brought in Madueke on the right primarily, but can play on the left and has played on the left in his 2 cameos for us. And he's done all right, to be fair to you, but the balance for me is just it's a bit strange. I need to have a right-footed left winger out there, and yeah, we just need to make something happen. So we'll see what happens with that. There's not too much news I can give you, nothing concrete at the moment, but we'll see what happens in the coming weeks, and obviously this week as we lead up to the start of the Premier League. And yeah, we had a good performance. We had a really good performance on Saturday against Bilbao. We started with what would pretty much, I think, would be our starting 11 against United, barring possibly Havertz for Gyökeres. I'm not too sure what Arteta is going to do there. I think that's going to be a late decision, if I'm honest. But it was really nice to see Calafiori. Oh, that's another one actually. Calafiori or Lewis Skelly at left back. That's another conundrum that Arteta has. But having Timber and Gabriel back in the defence, we look so much stronger, so much confident, so much more aggressive in our defending. I love that. And as much as I love Ben White, I think Arteta actually has a problem there, because in terms of going to a more direct style of play, Ben White's passing is a lot better than Timber's, in my opinion. He can hit a 50-yarder pass. Like, he can really do that. But defensively, Timber just gives you so much more assurance. He's so much more comfortable on the ball as well. Not to discredit Ben, because he's comfortable on the ball as well. But yeah, Timber's just another level. So I think, in my opinion, I'd stick with Timber, especially with the attacking threat that United are going to have. Great to have Gabriel back. And then left back is a conundrum, because Calafiori is looking a serious player. I love him. I think he's such a good footballer. Gives you so much going forward. He can stay high and wide. He can invert. His technical ability is stupid. The only problem with him is the injuries. We have to hopefully cut that out this season. So yeah, it'll be interesting what we do or what Arteta does on Sunday. But stay tuned towards the end of the week for my match preview for that one. And I'll delve into that a little bit more. But yeah, the midfield 3 looked good as well. Odegaard looked good. Made a really nice pass for the Saka goal. Linked up well with Gyökeres. Zubimendi, absolutely brilliant. What a player. So calm and composed. Always thinking forward as well, but always makes the right decision. Great crossing for Gyökeres' goal. Man of the match performance from Zubimendi. He was fantastic. Depp doing his thing as well. The front 3 obviously still need time to click. They need to understand Gyökeres. He makes some fantastic runs. I like the fact that he goes into that left channel, which allows Martinelli to be more central as well. And yeah, he sniffs the goal. Great header. Proper goal. Proper number 9 goal. And yeah, buzzing with that. So he's off the mark. His confidence will be up. And it is a conundrum, like I said, because Kai Havertz comes off the bench, scores a really good goal as well. So it'll be interesting to see what Arteta does. But I think the only little issues we have with Gyökeres at the moment, obviously, is familiarity with the team. But it's the defensive side of things, knowing when to press, knowing when to drop in on the 6, etc. I think that's something Havertz obviously has to a T, and that's because of he's been with us for a couple of years. So yeah, really good performance, and I do feel a lot more confident going into the season now off the back of that. And yeah, like I said, if we can add a little bit more stardust in the market, we got a good opportunity to do something special this season. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, how you feel about the transfer window so far, what you think we need going forward, pre-season, how you think that's gone, how you're feeling going into the season. Stay tuned for my content this week, because I'll be producing quite a bit of content this week leading up to the big kickoff. And yeah, appreciate the support, people. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff, and we'll see you for the next one. Take care.